the Shen. They only had one Shen game in the WNS finals, and it was a loss.
And there was a Lucian first pick as well. And again, like this, 100% pick or ban, but not 100% win rate. And in contrary to that, I believe the win rate is closer to like what, 20, 30%?
I don't remember the exact percent. I know that about halfway through, at the halfway point yesterday, it was 0 and 4. We'll have to get the stats to actually check what the current win rate of Lucian is right now. But we're seeing it is blue 1 pick priority right now, and Sentinels locking in for Rest, who is not a traditional marksman player. Rest plays a lot of the AP carries. So it also makes me think maybe this will go to the mid lane instead.
Oh, there is Type's famous Camille. And we gotta talk about this, because Type is famous for 2 champions, I believe, right? It's the Camille and it is the Wukong. So it's interesting to see that he picks Camille's. And the reason that I'm saying interesting is because Camille got a massive nerf. And there is the Ziggs that you talked about, Kangas.
I will say, MTS also got to meet Camille. I mean, it can be flex. We don't know yet. But let's talk about Liberty here, because they have a lot of range to work with. Jace and Corki locked in as their first 2 picks. They could go for the Xin Zhao.
Because here it's perfect. There
they
like,
do it.
It's the easiest prediction ever. And let me tell you why. Because it's a really, really bold move of Sentinels to pick the Camille against the Xin Zhao. And I'm gonna ask Twitch chat to guess why. Tell me right now why. Why is it a stupid idea to be picking that Camille into the Xin Zhao? I'm gonna give you guys some time to answer that one, and I'll answer it in like half a minute.
If you lock the jungler in your circle, then you're supposed to win the fight, right?
I'm gonna talk about it later. We're gonna give Twitch chat a chance.
We'll bring it up later. We'll see if they have the big brain that you're trying to peddle right now. Yumi was not banned and not locked in. Interestingly enough, Senna as well made it through the first round of bans. Liberty could maybe pivot towards the Senna composition. I won't necessarily love it though. They already have the scaling of the Corki, so maybe that's not necessary for Sentinels to ban out here. But we are starting to see the identity come through. When we look at Sentinels, I'm going to call it right now, I actually think it would be Molly on the Lucian and then Rest on the Ziggs. It matches both of their playstyles much better.
So let me give you the answer right now.
Okay.
When Camille uses her Hextech ultimatum, what is Xin Zhao going to do? He's going to ult her right away. Camille's ultimate is going to be useless. It is a very bold move for them to pick Camille up against Kinzin, who is known for his Xin Zhao. He's gonna do what he has to do on Xin Zhao. Like, if there's one guy that's gonna be canceling out Camille's ultimate, it's gonna be him.
And looking at the rest of Liberty's bans right now, the Galio makes a lot of sense to me. It's Beginning's most played champion when he's looking for engages, when he wants to be the one to start the fight. And more often than not, Sentinels needs Beginnings to start those fights. If he can't, it's really rough.
Another champion we need to talk about is the Set. We know that both these teams love the Set. So Liberty actually decides to pick out the Thresh. And the reason that I'm saying Thresh is because Set on the support, not in the Baron lane. We've seen both these teams play Set on the support, and Max Green especially. Actually, he's not playing.
Yeah, no, Beginning.
I didn't realize that. It's Beginnings that's playing.
The Immortals support versus the Sentinel support. We have 2 representatives from North America here.
There it is. Yeah,
it's revenge.
I made a mistake. Sorry there. But it's Beginnings playing the support, and Set support is a very, very strong pick regardless. So it's interesting to see what they actually choose to pick, as Sentinels has their very last support.
Kha'Zix locked in, so it will be the Camille going into that Baron lane. Kha'Zix in the jungle, and Rakan for Beginnings here, who still, if he doesn't get that Galio, he will go towards the Rakan as that secondary engage option. Sentinels need him to start these fights.
Yeah,
and now Liberty, they already have the Thresh, which in my opinion is kind of the counter to the Rakan, so I don't know if I necessarily love it, but it does fit what Sentinels usually need for their win condition.
And the Riven, I don't really like the Riven here, because Sentinels has so many tools to cancel out that Riven. Like, if Riven goes in on her own, Kha'Zix is gonna destroy her. Riven cannot chase a Lucian. Camille can hextech ultimatum Riven. Sure, Riven is good into Ziggs, but even a Ziggs can use his second ability to run away. Like, I don't feel this is the right draft for Riven to be played by Liberty, but let's see if they can prove us wrong.
They have a lot of forward momentum between the Riven and the Xin Zhao. The package from Corki can also provide range with that Jace combo. So Liberty, there's a lot of different things that this composition can look to do. But one thing that they will struggle with is hard engage. Riven will kind of function as that. Xin Zhao may be looking for those skirmishes as well. Them into 5th place at Horizon Cup. Sentinels versus Liberty. Game 1 is underway.
Let's go. This is going to be a very, very hyped game. I'm sure all of North America is sitting on the edge of their seats like, come on, Sentinels. Please do it for us. Just one series, so we can at least say we've won an international series.
And they should be awake right now, too, because it's actually not too late at night, or rather early in the morning for North America right now. So Sentinels The fans are watching, but you know the same is true for Brazil, and their fans are fierce here. As mid lane already, Kona playing Jace in the mid lane, getting the good trade on the Molly. It's Ignite down.
Oh, that was close, gangers. That was close. If Molly was able to get level 2 right there, he would have killed Kona. But Kona knew that was not happening. He went all in on him, but unfortunately it didn't go too well, although he did burn Molly's flash.
True.
Which is still a win for Kona.
And he has his own flash, so he's feeling pretty good about that trade. Molly not necessarily getting the easy laning phase. He's known to be focused down in the mid lane here from Sentinels because he's oftentimes their early game win condition. Sentinels as a team, when we look at how they win their games, it's oftentimes not the most active early game from them. It's instead try and just survive, look for maybe a couple plays if beginnings can find a roam, but otherwise fight at these objectives rather than trying to force these crazy early game plays.
And I love these little mechanical plays that Freaks is doing right now. MTS hasn't been able to hit a single second ability of Camille yet. Freaks has dodged every single one of those, so he's already showing like mechanical prowess in his lane.
Mana Freezer also earlier to the roam here than beginnings. Tybe also trying to force this mid lane
Where are they going? Where's Liberty going right now? Are they all going to be ganking MTS right here?
They might go for the dive. Kinzen has the sweeper.
Oh, they're going for it.
Kona
they're going for it.
Freezer are here, but MTS can hook shot away to safety. All right, the gank is red, and Sentinels, they defend.
Yeah, they defend. Very, very well played by Sentinels right there. They didn't lose any minions either. Liberty just wasted a lot of time right there. I liked that they tried it, but Sentinels knew what was going on. They had the vision, you know, they had Mali on that Lucian following up. That was very, very well played by Sentinels right there. As you can see, 600 gold ahead, pushing waves under this. They're doing a great job macro-wise right now.
I will say they did send a lot of members up to hover there when MTS was already out and red. Okay, I'm safe. So Molly actually gets back to the lane just fine. That sentence predict from Mano Freezer was beautiful right there. Molly's going to try and get back through the Thresh. Good on beginnings to body block that, but Mano Freezer with a flash auto picks up first blood.
What a guy, Mano Freezer. He just indeed predicted the Lucian, and just because of that one hook, he was able to pick that first blood, and he absolutely deserved that, Kangas.
That was beautiful. Sometimes you just tap the ability, and it's going to throw wherever they are. That was clearly a tap and drag, and knowing that the relentless pursuit would bring Molly right there.
Oh my god, I mean, look at that. I could look at that all day. Like, that was so beautiful. You can see like how close the fight was. If Mano Freezer did not hit it, he wouldn't have gotten it.
And then Kona also knocks back beginnings, so beginnings doesn't get the grand entrance knockup. So it's the mechanical play from both Kona and Mano Freezer. And look at Mano Freezer. Thrasher's back into the mid lane.
Mechanics all over Liberty right now. Like, Liberty is just showing the mechanics. Oh, look at Mano Freezer. He's going everywhere. He's going for a gank and making sure Kona can follow up as well. They're going to go from behind.
This time. There's no backup this time from MTS. He's going to have to hook shot
to
safety.
Hook shot.
And another death sentence means just that for MTS. Liberty will take a turret.
Another hook shot. This guy doesn't miss. Mano Freezer, what are you doing? Give Sentinels a chance to do something. Miss some hook shots. How does he do it?
Oh, Sentinels are looking to defend. It's pre-4 minutes. The plating is strong for Sentinels' top turret, so they hold on even to the second plate right there. But Mano Freezer is making it work for Liberty right now, 2-0.
And interestingly, we see Mali and Kona built the whole breaker.
Another death sentence. This is like, what, 3 in a row right now? We got to keep track of this.
Yeah, definitely. Both of them have gotten the whole breaker, which seems, you know, they're going to be canceling out each other. They're going to be pushing those side lanes. And, man, Mano Freezer, this is a name that no one is going to forget anymore.
This is going to be burned in my memory.
Yeah.
I'm sure most North American fans are starting to quake in their boots right now looking at this Thresh. Anywhere he goes, another one! You gotta stop!
He doesn't miss. I mean, whenever you see him pull his hand back, you know it's time. You know it's time. He's gonna be hitting that hook. This is crazy. He's 3-0, Kangas. He got every single kill.
Mano Freezer is 1v5ing Sentinels right now.
Oh my god, this is just disgusting. Like, 3-0. I'm sorry, I'm just sticking to this guy, but this is crazy. Like, what else is he gonna do throughout this later game? Oh, Tybe is trying.
He's probably gonna land another hook on a Tybe right now.
Tybe is running away. He doesn't want to get close to Mano Freezer right now.
Beginnings is nearby, but Liberty have more members here, so they're looking to pressure this Herald. Molly is getting some damage onto this turret. That's the package used, though. The 1v1's going in the favor of Boss, but Molly's trying to turn it back around with the Colleen. Boss in trouble. Flash from Molly with the outplay.
And that's the power of the Hole Breaker. That is the power of the Hole Breaker that we were talking about. You mentioned it. When Lucian goes to a side lane with that Hole Breaker, he gets that magic resist. That makes him super powerful in the 1v1. And even though Boss used this package, he wasn't able to kill Molly right there.
And that was also through exhaust. He ignited too. Liberty will get the Herald. Sentinels trade for the Dragon, but Liberty trade ahead with a turret take, meaning that they are now 1,500 gold in the lead.
And Sentinels is trying to get that bot lane turret, so if they can, it would be really good. Unfortunately, not quite able to get that bot lane turret.
And now Kona's in trouble. Look at this, Beginnings is nearby.
He has a Hole Breaker though.
He does have that Hole Breaker. Grand Entrance used, the knockup lands, but Kona is safe.
Yeah, Kona is safe, and that's the thing with Hole Breaker. You just can't gank a person easily if he has a Hole Breaker. And now
why you build it.
Now we're starting to understand those mid laners that are building Hole Breaker, right? Like we constantly talk about, you're mid lane. Why would you go for Hole Breaker? Here you can see it. They swap it to the side lanes, and yet again, Kona is just not gonna die.
Yeah, Beginnings.
Oh, Mano Freezer is coming again.
Oh,
He's coming again.
Get out of here. Get out of here, Beginnings. Run while you can.
Oh.
And there's the battle dance. He does survive.
It's crazy that we're like, he's coming. He's got a hook down. Like, that's how scary this guy is. Like, when
you need a heart rate monitor on me, because anytime I see that thresh on my screen, it's spiking.
Right. Whenever you see him come to your lane, you're just gonna run away. You don't even want to dare to dodge that hook shot.
Sentinel's taking some damage over the wall there from Kona. As Liberty now putting their attention into the mid lane. They drop the Herald. They've already cracked.
That's not gonna get the turret. That's not gonna get the turret, no.
Sentinels, can they kill it fast enough?
Yeah, definitely.
It gets the charge.
It seems like Liberty gets the bot lane turret instead, which is also fine, right? Like, it's
All
not quite a mid lane.
members.
And he hits it!
Okay, another one, but the Colleen from Molly dissuades any advance. Liberty back off.
He hits it, but he doesn't go in because a beautiful Ziggs ultimate comes through from Rest right there, not allowing Liberty to fully engage, because if they would go in, they would have just straight up lost that fight. And this time, Kangas, it's an Essence Reef for Corki. We've seen everything already, haven't we?
Yeah, okay, so again, the reason why I like Hullbreaker Corki, if you go into the Black Cleaver, is that Nova showed us how to do it. If you're against Assassins, it keeps you alive. There's only the Kha'Zix this time around. Maybe the Camille you can make an argument for, but it isn't Corki's job to side lane. You have the Riven, you got the the Jace rather, with that Hullbreaker already, so do damage. I think this is the correct choice.
And Mana Freezer, this is the guy that I want to see with the Ishtali CHR. We've seen him make these flashy plays with his lanterns. This is the guy that I want to see use the Blast Comb to get his team over a wall, to set up anyone for a pet. This is the guy.
If he pulls off an RNG drop Blast Cone into hit the Blast Cone, throw hook in the air, I'm done. I'm walking off.
We're both just done then. I mean, this is already an amazing performance from him right now. You know, it's 3-on-1, and Ishtali CHR is one of those items that can make the flashiest plays from any other item in this game.
They're still up in gold.
Ooh.
Only just.
They're looking for Rest.
Liberty doing what they can here to make pressure around the map. This is how they move. This is the third time now that they've pushed mid, grouped, and then looked at bot lane. This time they're spotted on that ward in Tribush.
Oh man, this is a tense game. Liberty is looking for some blood. Like, they're smelling blood in the jungle from Sentinels. They're constantly roaming around. Are we ganking mid lane? No, let's go to bot lane, you know, or let's go to Baron lane. They're ganking every single lane right now.
Ooh, big engage there from Sentinels, but all of Liberty are nearby. Now Molly jumps in. He doesn't have the Hullbreaker stacked right now because there's too many members around, but he's looking at Kona. He gets aggressive. Molly with the signature moves right now. Beginnings almost knocks up Kona, or Kinzen rather, who gets away.
That was quite an underwhelming Ziggs ultimate. I kind of expected that Ziggs ultimate to do a little bit more damage.
Freaks looks for a 1v1. He reckons that he can win this. Onto MTS right now, and he is out damaging the Camille.
Ooh, damn, that was a lot of damage coming through from Freaks right there on that Riven. He dominated MTS in that 1v1 right there.
Impressive stuff right now from the Baron laner of Liberty.
Ooh, that's
now
a turret.
Kona, yeah, Jace takes these.
Jace takes these very fast. It seems like he's not quite going for it. So it's Molly and Kona sitting on a bot lane. We expect this, right? Like, these are the two Hullbreaker guys. Are they gonna go for a 1v1 though? That would be kind of funny.
Hey, Colleen, that's doing some damage.
Every single shot hit him right there, just telling him, get the hell out of my lane. And meanwhile, I believe Liberty was able to get that Rift Herald as well.
Yeah, they did pick it up, and it's staggered timing with the Dragon spawn, so Sentinels can't immediately answer. They should push for this turret, and Liberty back up. You gotta be very careful. The death sentence over the wall. He gets the buff, but can he get out right now? Right into waiting arms. Boss almost goes down to the Mega Inferno bomb, but does survive.
Fourth hook from Mana Freezer, fourth kill for Liberty. That is the name. Oh.
Okay, that's one miss. Oh! He says, I missed the hook. Proto Bell go for the flay.
He's missed a few hooks, but if this guy hits a hook, like 3 kills, 1 assist, and 4 kills for Liberty. Every single kill has been set up by Mana Freezer up until now. Like, this truly shows how a support can dictate the game. Like, I hear it a lot, right? Like, support is a useless role. Support cannot do this. I mean, look at this game. And look at this game and tell it to my face that support is a useless role. Obviously, it is not. If there is one guy that has done the very most from Liberty, it is Mana Freezer on that support right now.
And he knew Beginnings was in the rush.
They're
close
to
each
each other.
For it. Beginnings goes for the engage on the boss. Kona's nearby. Chunks out Beginnings right now. The Dragon is what we're fighting for currently. There's no follow-up on that one. But that's what they're looking for. Liberty are trying to find a pick so that they can then convert that into the Dragon.
So both teams seem to be very interested in this Dragon right now. And both teams have Hull Breakers. I would have loved to see at least one team have a player with a Hull Breaker sitting on the Baron lane, just pushing. But let's see how this goes. This is going to be a 5 versus 5.
Freaks does have a flank angle right now. Watch for the Riven here. But Sentinels, they just go straight in. They try and lock down Kona. Now comes Freaks, finally joining into the fight. Kona's still alive. Liberty have low health bars. Sentinels have positioned pretty well. Now the death sentence on a Molly, but there's no follow-up. No one dies from a very scrappy fight.
And the reason that no one died is yet again Mana Freezer. This time with his lantern, he was able to pull out whoever needed to be pulled out of that fight. And he got it again.
Molly death sentence from the wall. Mana Freezer punishing every single move. Gets another one, sniping 2 in a row, and Sentinels are just getting punished right now.
Genghis, we need to do a challenge. Let's not say Mana Freezer for a minute, okay?
It's impossible.
Let's not.
It's one of those impossible challenges. Time goes in, thinks he can 1v3, doesn't get a kill, but does do some damage. Flash out of Mana Freezer. See, I can't go a minute.
You can't kill Mana
Kona's
Freezer.
Here. Time, you gotta run. MTS, you can't take this. Kona can just poke you down.
And Kona has that Hull Breaker as well. Even though it's a 1 versus 3, the reason that Sentinels is afraid right now is because they can't deal with that Hull Breaker chase right there. They were very low, so they couldn't rush down the Dragon. But man, Mana Freezer, he did everything perfectly again. He had 2 hooks, and he flashed out of that Ziggs ultimate, which didn't allow them to kill him. So here you can see the replay, right? Like, Mana Freezer chilling on the top right there. And over the wall, boom! Oh. There it is. And right after that, he did it again. And meanwhile, we see Liberty doing the Dragon as well. Yeah. There it is. He hit it again.
Okay, we got another fight right now, though. Sentinels are approaching. Liberty are on it. Time looking for the steal. He doesn't get it. Liberty secure the objective. Can they get out now, though? Sentinels posturing forward. They're on to Freaks. Ooh. That's a big Mega Inferno bomb. Boss taken down as well. Time with the resets onto Kinzen underneath the turret. Stasis used. Beginnings will start taking that up. 2 kills over to the side of Sentinels.
And we're starting to see the power of the composition of Sentinels right there, right? Like, Rest on that Ziggs is dealing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, you know, they're taking away the entire jungle of Liberty right here. This is a massive win for Sentinels. They took a lot of kills. They took the objective. They took the jungle. They took everything.
They took a lot. But Liberty have pushing waves, so even though Sentinels have got a couple kills, they gotta take the time to reset these waves that are pushed in Liberty's favor. And I honestly still think Liberty feels pretty good about that one. They get the Dragon, and they also still got a plate on that top turret. Now they can reset. They don't even grab the Corki package. You're going to save it.
Something that I want to put attention on is Ziggs' build right now. Rest actually chose to go for the Archangel Staff, which is in fact a late game item. He's gone through that early game stage. You know, they're quite even in gold. He has the Seraph's Embrace already. And as we look into this replay right here, Liberty was trying to get this Dragon, and unfortunately Type, he's famous for stealing away dragons. He wasn't actually able to steal it against Kinzen. Very, very beautifully secured. But right here and there, Liberty already used all of their abilities, and they were trying to escape for Sentinels, but Sentinels didn't allow that.
And that was 2 missed hooks for Mana Freezer. He missed the initial one onto Beginnings before the Dragon was taken. He misses the second one on cooldown there in the middle of the fight. We see how impactful this Thresh is. He does save the jungler. but if he's not hitting these hooks, it's looking rough. But there's the flay and the death sentence as well. Beginnings gets out, and he is safe. Oh, look at this, though. Over on the side, Boss into the stasis. Another dark passage. Molly says, no! Enough! We finally get somebody. Mana Freezer cannot save.
And that was a fight filled with plot twists right there, right? Like, Mana Freezer nearly saved Boss with his lantern, but then Mali was, I got you with my ultimate anyways, you know? But it's great to see that Sentinels is starting to understand the power of Mana Freezer. They're starting to understand, hey, he's gonna pull him in, I gotta use my ultimate to get that kill as fast as I can. But I was talking about Restus build. I wanna continue talking about it real quick, because this build right here, if he finishes that Rabadon's death cap, he's gonna have close to like, what, 500, 600 AP with only 3 items? That's what happens if you get away with the Seraph's Embrace, Kangas.
It is gonna hurt. Kona misses the Empowered Shock Blast. MTS is fine right here. I was watching that to see, could Kona actually take the 1v1? Sentinels are also going for the double Hull Breaker right now. MTS has picked up his. Oh, he goes in on the Kona, who immediately stasis to block the stun, but you can't Dark Passage through the Hextech Ultimatum. Mana Freezer actually goes in, though. He still thinks that he can save Kona. Sentinels, they're spending so much time. They're so far forward. They only just kill him, and time goes down. MTS will follow. Can the rest of Sentinels turn this? Play the Dark Passage for Kinzen. He's out to safety. Liberty have done it again.
They've done it again. Yeah, like, if we could count, how many kills has Mana Freezer saved from Liberty? I believe it's like 4, 5, 6 kills. This game should not have been a 5-8 in the favor of Liberty. This game should have been in favor of Sentinels.
I mean, could have been, should have been, doesn't matter. What is Liberty and their support popping off on the international stage. The 3rd seed from the WBR is bringing it to Sentinels. History might just repeat itself right here. North American fans better be sweating and hoping that Sentinels can turn this one around, because it's been swinging back and forth. The pendulum of momentum has not stayed still, but Liberty still currently hold the reins.
A cool synergy that Sentinels does have, however, is MTS. He actually went for the Hull Breaker, which means he's going to be very strong if he's alone. He can use his Hextech Ultimatum on someone.
They're walking right in. Liberty set the trap, and Sentinels walk right into it. Time. Oh, he looks to reset, get onto Boss, but does not survive that endeavor. 50-second death timer. Baron's on the table.
50 seconds already. We're 17.5 minutes into the game, and that was not a good dive by Sentinels right there. They did not have vision. They should not have face-checked that bush. Like, if you do that...
Oh, Mana Freezer, I like it. The flash hook doesn't land, but that confidence is what can get Liberty this win. And they still see Molly. They still see him.
So luckily for Sentinels, the Elder Dragon has not spawned yet, although it is the Baron still. And there is no way Sentinels can
Sentinels
stop
don't see this. Kinzen and Boss went from over the wall.
Yeah.
So yes, they have the scuttle, but Sentinels do not realize that this Baron's being taken. This is a sneak from Liberty, and it's successful. Even if Sentinels approach right now, it's gone.
How about an Elder Rush? How about an Elder Rush for Sentinels? Go Elder Dragon. Make type use teleport. He got teleport boots. Do it now, 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 now. This is the moment. They should have done it faster, but they can get the Elder Dragon and just win this game.
That's calling from Molly. Death Sentence lands on the beginnings. Sentinels, are they going to commit? Freaks is there. Stop him from getting in. Sentinels are on the Dragon. Freaks is in as well. It's secured from Sentinels, but can they get out of the pit? Low health bars. Liberty do not succeed in finding a kill. Sentinels have traded objective sneaks.
I'm so happy Sentinels saw that one. I am so happy they saw that one, because sure, Liberty got the Baron, but the timer was ticking for Sentinels, the jungler type. He buys a teleport boots, Sentinel starts the Elder, and Kinzen cannot do anything. He's gonna be too late. They had to go back, because they were too low after that Baron, and what Liberty has to do right now, Kang, is they have to finish the game. If they don't, they're down an Elder Dragon against Sentinels.
They're up 4,000 gold, though, and that gold is spent. Can they push in and take down an inhibitor? Opening up a wave with super minions would feel great.
They can't, because Sentinels has a Ziggs. This is the one champion that completely cancels out the Baron Leader. Like, sure, they may be able to get like maybe one inhibitor turret, but that's not gonna end the game for Sentinels.
They're pushing in another wave here with double cannons. Baron will take out the mid-tier turrets, but those inhibitors are holding on for Sentinels. If they can save those, wait out the Baron buff, they can look to try and equalize the map state after that.
Oh yeah, after that, Sentinels has a massive advantage because let's not forget, Baron also gives stats. So even though Sentinels does have the Elder Dragon right now, it's actually Liberty that's currently stronger than Sentinels because of course they got the Baron buff, but Baron also gives AD and AP, so it makes you stronger as well for a limited time. Elder Dragon is not limited, Kangas.
Permanent.
Yep.
That will be on for the rest of the game, and importantly up for the next Baron fight. We're approaching max levels, we're approaching max builds for these champions. It's going the distance, Hells. Game 1 in, again, what's turning into an international rivalry. Yeah, the Rabadon's completed for rest. Oh, the Mega Inferno Bomb!
Close one.
If that was the middle of the circle, Kinzen might have died there.
He would have died right there, but there you can see, this is rest with 3 items, by the way. This is not 4, this is not 5 items, this is 3 items. And as you can see, right, like he hasn't finished his items yet. Can you now imagine what would happen if Rest is able to finish off his items with that Elder Dragon? He's gonna one-shot anyone.
It's a scary proposition for Liberty, who are hoping to end this game soon. They have the Corki package up. Baron's coming up soon here. I'm surprised that they didn't actually grab it and look for a play before the Baron. Right now, they're getting control over the bottom half of the map. They have that one ward that spots MTS and Tide. They know that they're alone. Then Flash Hook missing for Mana Freezer. That's twice in a row he's looked for the play. That would have been huge for Liberty if they found it.
And that is the one way that Liberty can win. They're not gonna win a team fight. Like, there is maybe like a 5% chance they win a team fight. The one way they can win, however, is if they catch out someone. And what is the perfect champion to do so? That's the Thresh.
They have double Guardian Angels, and Freaks is massively ahead of MTS right now. 3,000 gold lead for the Riven. Beginnings. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Beginnings, don't do it. Go away. Just run away.
They know he's there because the blast cone appeared. Okay. And now he's gone.
There is the Istali C chart. This is why you buy it, I guess, huh?
Yeah, so the enemy sees when you're in a brush. And then knows, wait a minute, that doesn't usually spawn there.
Yeah. So it seems like Sentinels is being very, you know, they're not taking fights right now. They're just farming up, they're building because they know if Rest can get some items, he's just gonna carry the game. Because Ziggs is one of the best champions to get the Elder Dragon out because he's able to apply it on a lot of champions with his third ability, with his ultimate, and of course that big damage buff you get from it. This is huge for them, gang.
4 items on Rest. Can the Ziggs be the late game carry that Sentinels need? Tide very far forward. Liberty, this might be the play that they're looking for. They don't quite find it. Now Frake's taking a lot of damage. That Ziggs burst is insane. Kinzen goes down. Sentinels find 1 while the rest of the dominoes fall. Guardian Angel pop.
Oh no,
Freaks
he's gonna survive.
has the Dark Passage. He gets out. Freaks to safety. Liberty turn it. MTS goes down and Liberty make a trade happen.
Well, if regardless of Sentinels winning or losing, this Mana Freezer is gonna be in the nightmares. That was crazy. You saw how Freaks just went right through everyone. He survived, and then they were also able to get a kill.
His Hull Breaker was procced because they were all so far away. He had the resistances, so Sentinels couldn't burst him out of the GA.
I mean, let's take a look at this again. So, right here and there, Sentinels' fight started beautifully. Freaks went in just a little bit too far, took a lot of damage from the Ziggs. Kinzen unfortunately sacrificing himself, but it doesn't matter that much. Here you can see Freaks. He's dead, right? Like, this guy's gonna die. His Guardian Angel got proc. He's in the middle of 5 people. But Kangas, what happened?
Yep, if that Hull Breaker wasn't procced, he would have died right there. He definitely would not have survived with that sliver of a health bar. Wow. Insane plays from Mana Freezer. As you see Coach Pierce popping off there from Sentinels, maybe a little prematurely.
Yeah, and wow, man, Mana Freezer is not gonna get Thresh again. This is gonna be banned out by Sentinels next game. We can say that for sure.
Watch Mana Freezer, he's on point. He has the flash. Oh. Barely misses on the molly, and he flashed for that one. Now the Coleman returning it back around. The Mega Inferno Bomb as well. This is bad for Liberty. They're taking a lot of damage as they're retreating from Sentinels jungle, and they're split. They don't have Kona. Sentinels see an opportunity. They pounce, they strike, and they are taking damage. Liberty trying to turn it back around, but the front line for Sentinels, hold on. They're pushing through Liberty. They're taking the fight. Sentinels are making it happen.
That is game for Sentinels. They only need to be defending their base, but that is game. They don't even need the Baron. They're going to be pushing.
Kona's going on to the Nexus. No way.
No, he's not going to get
it. Not a chance, Kona. You don't have the wave. Sentinels back. Yeah, he can't do enough damage without the minion wave. That was so close from Kona.
That was kind of close, yeah.
So close. But Sentinels with a prime gaming ace will push on to the Nexus in a nail-biter game 1. 1-0 in the series for North America.
There we go, Sentinels. Finally one of the Western teams has won a game, and that was such a beautiful way to win the game. Just that one play at the Elder Dragon, the one beautiful, beautiful decision. They saw that they could do it. That's what won them the game right there.
What a crazy game to start off a best of
1-0 over Brazil as we take a look at this one more time. Again,
Wow.
that was shifty there
Was
at
something.
the Baron call, right? That's the Baron call where the gold shifts on over to Liberty. And then from there, it should have been easier for Sentinels, MTS, you know, Freaks making a good play, again, using the mechanics on the Riven. And
Ziggs.
yeah, again, the Ziggs damage, true to his name. I liked what Hell's Devil said first. They rest bought the Seraph's Embrace, allowed the scaling to happen first. Then, finally, they started opting into way more team fights once the Rabadon Death Cap was created.
Good awareness. I think Sentinels as a whole played pretty collected this game, but what I really liked about them is when it's time to go, they go. The killer instinct is there, the decisiveness is there, and I think that's very